I think Patrick Mahomes, I think for him, he needs to understand that this is his sophomore experience. This is a huge stage. He needs to not let the bright lights, the pressure get to him. He needs to just act like this is a regular season game, which I get that's going to be hard to do because now we got, Super Bowl week and all that stuff.
Right.
So I get that that's going to be hard to do, but he needs to figure out a way to find his zen. Now, look, one of the ways you might need to do that, Patrick, and I'm not trying to throw shade, but you need to leave your girl at home.
Oh,
She got to stay at home. She got to stay at home. But, yeah, I mean, what I'm saying?
She can't be anywhere?
No.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
You
okay.
can call her, like, I love you, but after you win, but she got to stay
Jackie's
at home.
like, I need you to focus.
I'm so sorry.
No
Yes.
distraction.
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm thinking it'll be, it's going to be interesting because I think the way that you stop the Mahomes offense is don't even let them get on the field. And the 49ers have a very good run game. They're all about that just pound. So kind of that ball control.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one way that they can kind of slow Mahomes and them down.
Yeah,
and I feel if they don't put up a lot of points, like if the Chiefs aren't scoring, like they could be, like you said, one, you're tiring out that Chiefs defense.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like you said, you're just methodically, hey, like let's just keep them off the field. And if that defense maybe gets a couple 3-and-outs, like you said, that's a game changer. That could be the big one.
So hopefully y'all win the coin toss.
Right. That's what it comes down to. You better put a lot of analytics into heads or tails.
Which way the wind will go on the flip. Yeah, you guys might need to think about that. But I'm excited. I'm excited for the Super Bowl. It's been a long time since, because I didn't watch the NFL for 2 years. You know what I mean? So for other reasons, which if you guys follow me on social media, as you should, you know those reasons are. So I am excited about this. But like I said before, I am very excited about the XFL because they just look like they about to come out here. And it better be everything that commercial makes it seem like it's going to be.
Yeah,
I better
if it's a letdown, you'd be like,
you bastards.
You go sit down. You don't give me my money back on my, no. Well, speaking of which, like you said, I'm excited too because first of all, it's more football.
Right.
It's an exciting kind of, like you said, it's different than traditional NFL. It's very affordable for those of you, if you have a team in your area,
We have one in LA.
Yes, we do. And, that very, like you said, kind of just works with the family budget, and go out and see some, like you said, see some excitement. I'm excited because I was actually listening to an interview where they had one of the XFL executives. He was talking about some of the new rules, that they're going to implement that they've actually, from looking at some of the NFL games, he was like, why are some of the rules in the NFL like rules?
Right.
And he was like, some of them were like from back in the day. And he's like, why is that still a rule? And he was like, well, we don't have to do that. So he's like, we want the game to be more fluid. We want it to just, he's like, there's a lot of wasted time in some of the NFL games. Obviously you have like, whether it's the timeouts or the commercials, all that. He was like, we just want to keep things moving. Cause he was like, they polled fans and they were like,
it takes too long. The game is sometimes 3.5 hours. That was his main point. I think that, Mark Cuban said about 10 years ago that the NFL probably wouldn't make it much, much longer. Ooh. You know what I mean? He said that at some point the NFL was going to go away. Interesting. And I agreed with that wholeheartedly when he said it. And everybody's like, oh, it'll never go away. But for two reasons. I definitely saw the difference in the way that black players are treated in the league versus white players. I did see that coming to a head at some point, especially since we dominate the league. But more than that, I just saw the NFL was getting greedy. And that's what Mark Cuban said. He was like, pigs eat or hogs get slaughtered or something like that, he said. But then you start seeing, and I think it's when you openly show that you don't give a damn about your players, it's a problem. And when you have West Coast teams flying to East Coast and vice versa, because whoever travels the farthest usually is the one who loses because they're tired. And it's such a physical sport, and you're putting not only that strain on their body, but now also this traveling. And then you're going to double down and say, hey, you know what? Damn East West, let's send you across the pond.
Right.
Like that's just too much to me.
Right.
And I think that just shows that the NFL has reached a point where it's no longer about the athleticism and giving the fans here a good game. It's about the money. And I think that at some point it will implode.
Well, like you said, and I feel like the reason they even got to the Thursday night, it was like, well, let's just give them more.
Right.
And they'll just watch it and it doesn't matter about the product because they'll just go, and then after a while, I think, like you said, people are like, no, I don't.
Right.
This is not, this is not accepted. But there's such a big conglomerate and just, it's the NFL. I mean, I feel like people just accept it. But really, like you said, the actual product compared to the normal Sunday games or whatever,
it's not the same.
And they're just pushing it and like you said, now like, hey, let's expand it to overseas and all this stuff. And
then the ratings plummet and you're like, it's Colin Kaepernick's fault. No, it's not.
Right.
It's your fault.
Cap's like, what?
I'm just sitting down, minding my own business. Right. Y'all doing this extra stuff. No. But again, I know we went a little long, but thank you so much, Tanir, for coming and being with me on the show. I need you guys to do me a favor, though. I need you to follow me on all things social media at J-Ray the Fanatic. Tanir, tell them one more time where they can find you.
Again, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at TanirW. That's at TENEREW.